Man, I done missed the hell out of all of y'all. Y'all have no idea. It's so good to be back. And if you're looking for me, here I is. Yes indeed. I'm so glad to be back. Y'all have no idea what I've been through to get back here. Oh my God. But hey, it's all good in the hood. I'm back and we gonna get it on. Man, I done missed y'all. Y'all just don't know, man. Look, let me tell y'all. Since my last stream, which was on January 28th, that was with the Kobe Bryant issue, that the Kobe Bryant death, and I went live and did that last show. My internet has been down to where I could not broadcast. I could only download. I've been on the phone day in and day out arguing with Spectrum to the point to where they done credited my account for the month. It's been an ordeal, but hey, I'm finally back. I missed y'all terribly, but your boy is up in here and we gonna get it on. So, without further ado, it's been a while. Oh yeah, and yes, my brothers, yes, if anyone would like the latest final call or a bean pie, I will be able to provide those to you. Just send me an email and we will get them to you, my brother. Do not forget, my brother, that this is February, and in February, that is Savior's Day, where we will be with the brother minister Louis Farrakhan himself for his annual Savior's Day speech. So I look forward, my brothers, to seeing each and every one of you with the other brothers of the NOI, the FOI, and the YOUs of Islam. Yes, my brother. Thank you very much. I know I ain't shit and I don't care. I'm saying whatever because I done been gone. I got to catch up. Yes, indeed. Come
Federal
on,
law
my good
allows
thing.
citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances
right.
without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
That's right. And shout out to my wife who been putting up with my ass during this time of trouble. Because I'm telling you, just not having the ability to stream, she been listening to me bitch and moan with Spectrum and getting back and forth, back and forth and back like it was a goddamn cameo video. I was just going back and forth. But she put up with me throughout the whole thing. She was nice and she listened to me. I love you, baby. Hey, that's what a good wife do. Let me tell you something. If your wife, your girlfriend, and your woman won't put up with your ups and downs and your highs and lows, not no fuck shit, but just the bullshit that you have to endure through life, if she ain't there to rub your back, to minister to you with her body, and to just show you some love and some compassion, then you need to leave that bitch where she stand and move on with your life. I'm telling you, that's the best way to put it. But if she putting up with your shit, not your fuck shit, but your shit, and she deals with you on the regular, day in and day out, and helps you be able to live in this world yet another day, you got yourself a good one. Work on it, work with her, and get it where you're supposed to be. I'm just saying, we spend too much time in our lives dealing with people that ain't shit for us and don't mean no earthly good to us. Ain't nothing but drains in our lives, and we spend all these days and weeks and years trying to get this motherfucker who don't want to be right, and knowing they ain't gonna get right. So why you even spending all these good nights with these motherfuckers, I don't know. But change is a coming. And if you can change, then damn it, change it. But hey, I got me a good one, so I'm holding on to mine. Till death do us part, goddammit. Yeah. All right. So a lot of people talk about guns. I am one of them. I loves a good gun, a good quality firearm. It delights me. It warms me up on the inside. It's like a piece of warm apple pie with just the right amount of ice cream on it, and you put it in your mouth for the first bite, and you get all of the textures in the cold and the warm, the apple, the tartness of the apple, the sweetness of the sugar that's on the pie, and the sweetness of the ice cream, and the cooling of the ice cream, and it goes, that just make you feel good, okay? I am a fan of a good firearm. I just am. I like firearms. I believe everybody should own them. I believe that all the people that are responsible should have them. And I know that there's some people that think like that goddamn Joe Biden and that goddamn Bloomberg that think you don't need guns. Buy a shotgun. Yeah, get a shotgun. I was watching Colin Noir, and he was talking about Joe Biden was talking about getting a 10 gauge and a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge shotgun. Yeah, you get a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge. You don't need nothing else because that's what you use to hunt. God damn it, the Second Amendment wasn't written for hunting. It was written for dispatchment of fuck shit in this country. That's why they wrote it. So they meant just what they said about shall not be infringed. But that's a whole nother show. And I'm going to talk about that Bloomberg shit too, but not in this show. This here is a classic example of why you need a firearm like an AR-15. Now, somebody might be asking the question, well, Brian, what is an AR-15? And I would say, you don't know what an AR-15 is? Well, let me show you, man. This here is not only an AR-15, but it is a high quality AR-15. Okay? This here is a wonderful piece of equipment to have. It's beautiful, it's sexy, it's reliable. It is that deal. It don't get too much better than this right here. All right? This is an AR-15. Okay? This has a 30-round magazine. And it's a semi-automatic firearm. Okay? Now, this here can get your range anywhere from 0 to about 300 yards. Yeah, that's about 3 football fields. You can get with this. You can get some good distance with this here. You can go to work. Mine is actually zeroed in at about 50 yards. Yes, indeed. And this is set up for what we call QCB, close quarters combat. Yes. All right, so CQB. There we go. I said QCB. All right, so moving right along. Here's a situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation. And no, that's not what we're talking about. But when you think of Maui, perfect picture that just came up, what do you think of? You think of an oversized, shortened but widened version of who? The Rock. Yes, holding a magical fish hook, making all of the wonderful things in Hawaii and in the Maui area wonderful. Well, that's not the goddamn case. When you think of Maui, you also think of beautiful beaches and beautiful mountain peaks and volcanoes and just the tropical Caribbean paradise where ain't nobody doing nothing but dancing in grass skirts, throwing flowers everywhere, and eating roasted pigs. Well, that's not always the case. Because just like in your local neighborhood ghetto, you got loose niggas that cause problems. Well, in certain parts of Hawaii or in Maui, you got loose Hawaiians that's fucking shit up. And what do when you have a bunch of loose Hawaiians out here fucking up your shit? What do? Well, do you call the police? Hell, on a fucking remote island, you tell me just how many police can respond to some fuck shit that's going on. It ain't like you're in the city where you got cars roaming around and police riding on bikes and on segways and horsebacks and doing. You ain't got that. It's your ass out in the wilderness and it's loose Hawaiians and you. And what are you gonna do when a loose Hawaiian runs wild on you? Yeah, that was my Hulk Hogan impression. But let me frame this shit up. Because when I saw this, I couldn't believe it. And then I started to say, well, it could very well happen. And then I believed it and said, yep, that's pretty much what I could see going down. So what you have here is you have some white people, good old wholesome white people who've purchased a piece of real estate in Maui. And once they purchased that piece of real estate in Maui, what did they want to do? They wanted to live in and dwell. Yes, I said dwell. They wanted to dwell in that piece of real estate in Maui. And what happened was when they went to that dwelling, apparently some of the Mauians, if that's a fucking word, do you call them Mauians? I don't know. Some of the Mauians didn't take kindly to the white people or the Caucasians that moved in. So what do you think the Mauians did? The Mauians went ape shit. And they went over there and really chimped out and started smashing up their shit. And then they said, I'm going to smash up you white people. And that's what happened. And you know what happened with the white people? They got their shit pushed in. That's what happened. So let's watch it and then I'll break this shit down. Warning, the following video contains disturbing content that may not be appropriate for some viewers. You have been warned. You have. Yes, you been warned. All right, so let's get ready to rumble. All right, so what I'm going to play first is just the basic briefing, what they said on the news about what had happened. And then we'll get into, let's do this. We'll get into the actual video footage that the people who got their ass kicked took.
A man is pleading for victims of hate crimes to step forward after he was brutally attacked in his Maui home 5 years ago. Nikki Schenfeld has more on this racial incident.
Watch
Sam, it was going to be Christopher Kunzelman's first night in his new Kahokuloa home when...
Now, I would be remiss if I did not say this, but I swear this woman looks like she's on the other side of a post-op transsexual. This bitch look like she just had this surgery and she done got the nip tuck done and now she is living her life as a motherfucking lady. God damn. Damn it, dude look like a lady. Look at that jawline, boy. Hey, man, look. Let me tell you something. That there is a strong, masculine-faced woman. And the first child will be a masculine child, is what they said about Nikki Schenfeld. I'm telling you, Nikki, look, I don't know nothing about no beauty tips, but you definitely, I just do something about the jaw area. Get it rounded off or get a good side or flip your hair on both sides or something. But that woman there, she definitely looked post-op, pre-op, needed op or something. Man, she looked like, y'all tell me she don't like no dude. Come on here now. Come on here. Y'all know she looked like a dude. Y'all know it. Like her name Nikki, but her real name is Nicholas. That's exactly who that look. That's Nicholas Schenfeld. That's exactly who that is. I'm telling you right now. Nicholas Schenfeld used to be a wide receiver at the Maui High School, and now she is a news reporter at K-Han Channel 2 in Hawaii. Damn, boy, that jawline tough, nigga. That's what my daddy used to say when he liked something. That's tough, man. That's tough. That jawline is tough. I mean, you got a tough jawline. That's what she got. Yes, she do. Let's do this.
Complete strangers attacked him and his uncle for being the wrong skin color. Security cameras caught the entire event, including audio. The video may be disturbing to some viewers. Kunzelman decided to move to Maui in February 2014 after his wife was diagnosed with MS.
So I asked her, where do you want to live out your days? Where do you want to spend the last days of your life? And she said 7478 Kahikili Highway.
He and his uncle moved in the first pieces of furniture when they noticed two men walking towards the home.
And just something about the way they were walking just gave me chills. I knew they were there. They were there for bad reasons.
Kunzelman grabbed his gun and hid it in his belt. Then,
only a white person could say that. I knew they was there for bad reasons. Like, what does that mean? What do black folks say? I knew they was on some bullshit. I knew that these niggas was on some fuck shit. That's all I knew when I saw their ass, the way they came up. And let me tell you something. We all, and I'm telling you, especially black folks, niggas that grew up in the hood, we all have that niggerly sense, that nigga sense to get to tangling when you be like, nah, these niggas on some bullshit. And we react to it. That's what we do. We immediately go into some other shit. White folks, y'all sometimes be too leery. And what happens with a lot of white people is that they get scared. It's a difference between being scared and then having your nigga sense tingle. See, white folks, y'all got it. Y'all just don't acknowledge it because you're so comfortable in your bubble. See, me, I coming to move into not just a different state, but I'm going outside of the U.S. Yes, Hawaii is technically still in America, but we annexed the motherfucker. So I got to take a plane to get over here. Now, when I get over here and I go into my dwelling, I'm going in there expecting some islander or some squatters or something to be there. So I'm going over there ready to kick it off. But when you're in a tropical place like this and it's so nice and you got the birds, motherfucking toucan Sam flying around saying, just follow my nose. It always knows. You got toucan Sam out there kicking it with you. You're just having a gay old time like the Flintstones in Maui. But once you see some motherfuckers walking around your shit that they ain't supposed to be there and you ain't invited them, fuck that. These is neighbors coming to welcome me. I'm going to welcome them motherfuckers tuck ready. I'm going to be like, hello, neighbor. Yes. You say what, sir? Who are you? I don't know you. And they put up, motherfuckers, even when they on fuck shit, motherfuckers put up their hands like, hold on, man. Be like, hold on, sir. I don't know you, man. Who are you? Man, I'm just coming to say hi. You just coming to say hi. That's what you do. Well, hello. Now you said hi. How can I help you, sir? That's how you greet a motherfucker you don't know when you move over to Maui, okay? But they didn't do that. They were, hey, how's it going there, buddy? We're glad to be here. We're new Mauians. Me and my wife here, we just came up off the boat and this is what happened.
The men identified as Kaulana Alo Kaunohi and Levi Aki Jr. punched Kunzelman's disabled arm.
Y'all hear them niggas' names?
Gave me chills. I knew they were there. They were there for bad reasons.
Kunzelman grabbed his gun and hid it in his belt. Then the men identified as Kaulana Alo Kaunohi and Levi Aki Jr. punched Kunzelman's
That nigga name was Levi Aki Jr. So that means there's a Levi Aki Sr. somewhere. Hell no. Yes, I'm making fun of their names, god damn it. If I can make fun of a Shatid or Tavares, god damn it, I can make fun of a Ricky Hickey Tiki, the Tiki Miki Jr. I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
Disabled uncle.
I knew they were there. They were there for bad reasons.
Kunzelman grabbed his gun and hid it in his belt. Then the men identified as Kaulana Alo Kaunohi.
That sounds like about 4 niggas. Kalo Kolo Teak, and Hiki Liki Tiki, Biki Siki Riki Diki. Yes.
And Levi Aki Jr. punched Kunzelman's disabled uncle.
There you go right there. Now, motherfucker come to your newly purchased house, and the first thing they do is punch your motherfucking disabled uncle. So that means he got an uncle like this. Yeah, you got your uncle like this. He helping, probably bringing up a bag or some bread or something, putting it on the counter, and motherfucking Taliki Leaky and Hockey Locky Talkie come in there, and the first thing they do is punch that motherfucker. What do everybody say when you punch a handicapped dude? You punch a handicapped dude, what's the first thing people gonna say? Now you know you wrong for doing that. Over in Maui, you don't do that. Motherfucker punch your motherfucking uncle. I don't care if he all good. Motherfucker punch my uncle, I'm up and thang. Like, what you want to do, nigga? That's what I'm going to do. Even if I'm going to play nice neighbor when they first show up and put my gun in my belt, I'm not doing that. I'm going to have my shit out on my side. That's where I'm at. I'm like, oh, damn near tuck ready. What y'all want, man? Motherfucker come walking up and motherfucking Taki hit your motherfucking uncle. Now what you gonna do? Because at that point, they letting you know what they came here to do. Them motherfucking Them motherfuckers that came over there like, I don't know what you come to do. 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 I come to steal your uncle. Your uncle, I come to steal your girl. Your girl, I come to steal your uncle. Your uncle, I come to rock your world. Your world. That's what they doing. Motherfucker walk up and foul off on your uncle. It's time to get it cracking. That's all I'm saying. And what they do. And now you see what's up there now, because they did do some transcribing on this. Well then, all right, then let's talk about this. Watch what happens.
They were not interested in communicating. They were there to deliver a message. They were there to evict me from my own house. They started explaining to me why I was being evicted. And they started explaining to me that it was because I had the wrong color skin. And at one point, he even said, you seem like a nice guy, but you're the wrong color for this place.
Kunzelman said he decided not to shoot and kill both men.
And that's what Kunzelman fucked up. Listen to the audacity of the, and this is why I tell people why I'm so pro 2A. Because over there, they don't have a real strong gun culture. Over there, these motherfuckers is doing shit like coming up with motherfucking shovels and shit, tearing up motherfucking shit. That's what they did, essentially. And they telling your ass, you don't belong here because you white. And yes, this is a rare occurrence where white folks are on the ass end of some racist shit. But needless to say, it's wrong either way it go. Because if they doing this to some white folks, imagine what happened if some loose niggas come and move in over there. But in this sense, in this instance, this is exactly what you need is some loose niggas. Because loose niggas are savage. You get some of them niggas from the Wild Hunteds out of my neighborhood, let that have been us moving into Maui. And it would have went down. We'd all been on the news, but we'd have been on the news talking cash shit. Like, yeah, motherfucker, look, motherfucker come over here, folk. Motherfucker come up in this motherfucker, and they gonna try to tell us that we the wrong color. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, who is you talking to like that? Y'all motherfuckers better back up. Y'all know what the fuck this is. Nigga, this Wild Hunters, nigga, 12 deuce, low down, bitch. I'ma show you motherfuckers what time it is, nigga. What y'all niggas, that's what would have happened. And them motherfuckers would have been like, hey, we just wanted to give you guys some pineapples and some of this fresh pig we just roasted. That's what we came to do, man. We didn't want to, we got some of this fish wrapped up in leaves and wanted to donate to you guys. That's what we wanted to do. Oh, that's what the fuck I thought, nigga. Because we ain't playing that bullshit up in here, but that ain't what happened. He wanted to be a nice guy, and here's what happened to him.
With his gun, so he decided to throw it near the beach.
Yes, you heard correctly. He had the gun that he tucked into his waist, and he took the gun and threw the shit because he didn't want to have any gun violence. He just wanted to take his ass whooping for being white. This that shit Tommy be talking about, that guiltless. That white guilt got him thinking that he deserves to get his ass whooped by some Hawaiians.
He decided not to shoot and kill both men with his gun, so he decided to throw it near the beach. He was then hit in the head with a shovel and beat unconscious, while others in the area joined and watched.
Now, tell me, why would you throw your gun away? Somebody explain that to me, then I can move forward. But I was stuck right there. I said, this motherfucker threw his gun away. And then I thought about it. I said, there's some people, even though they may own a firearm, they don't have that heart. They don't have that resolve to fight for their lives. Because essentially, these dudes could have killed them. They could have killed the uncle, the wife, and his ass, and left them for dead. And shit wouldn't have happened. John, nothing. I may be going to a birthday party, but nigga, you know I look good than a motherfucker. But anyway, all I'm saying is this was one of those instances where even if you have a gun, if you don't have the heart and the mentality to be able to defend yourself and to defend your loved ones, it was actually probably a better thing for him to throw it away, because them savage motherfuckers, you see that motherfucker there looking like he a nigga that's from the rolling 60s. One of those motherfucking Crips. Or unless you got a magic fish hook like Maui. If you ain't got that to turn yourself into a giant hawk and fly the fuck away, you need to be ready. And the thing is that he was in a position to where he wanted to throw his gun away because he didn't want the gunfight. He didn't want the gunfight. Now, could he have felt overwhelmed and been like, damn, it's like 4-5 motherfuckers here. How can I shoot them all off if I got some bullshit ass? Because I don't know what kind of gun he had, but he could have had one of those. And this is why I always talk about concealed carry motherfuckers. Concealed carry people, there's a certain group in the concealed carry culture, in the concealed carry world, that want to carry the smallest gun possible. Like a motherfucking, it's just because they don't want it to be something that's too bulky. Yeah, I want to carry something that's small, something that's still effective. I got 7 shots, 6 shots. And this is exactly why I always recommend against that. My concealed carry minimum for your primary EDC means everyday carry. My primary suggestion is a gun that carries nothing less than 13 rounds. Nothing less than 13 rounds. You can have you a smooth, cold-ass 1911 with 7 rounds. Motherfucker, you get in this situation, you short. All that, well, I got an extra mag. Motherfucker, you don't never want to be in a gunfight where you got to reload. You don't. You don't. And when you dealing with 5 or 6 motherfuckers that's coming over here to fuck your shit up, the last thing you want to do is have to reload your gun. Because once the shooting starts, you need to finish the fight. Calling a timeout to reload, you may not have that opportunity. There may not be sufficient cover. There may not be sufficient time for you to do so. That's why I always say, don't carry shit that holds less than 13 rounds as your primary carry. Now, if you got you a backup gun, you want your little 380, you want your little 6-shot or 7-shot little Ruger LC9 or some shit like that, fine. That's a great backup option. A G43, I got you. A G42, that's fine. If your ass ain't got your primary carry, ain't got at least 13 rounds, you fucking up. You fucking up. This is one of my, actually, I got on one of my other, I don't show this one too much. This is my primary firearm today. This is what I had today when I was carrying this. This is a Beretta PX4 Storm 9mm. This gun has 17 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. That means I have 18 rounds. Them 4-5 motherfuckers caught me up in my new Maui home. They in trouble. Oh, Easy E looking ass nigga, the Hawaiian Easy E, he in trouble. Okay? This is my backup. This is my little pocket rocket. This is a PX4 Storm subcompact. You know how many this guy here has? 13 and 1. That's 14 rounds. Pocket rocket. All right? Look at this compared to the palm of my hand. You see that? And I have small hands. But you see that? That's my pocket rocket. If I got to put on some jogger pants and I'm running to the grocery store real quick at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, this is what I got in my pocket. 14 rounds. If I got my shit on and I'm ready to rock and roll and I'm holstered up and everything, 17 plus 1, 18 rounds. Because when you're in this situation, ain't no police coming. And in this situation, he the only one carrying. So you literally by yourself. Which is one of the reasons why I always say, man, you make sure that your primary carry is enough for you to dispatch not one person, but several. The odds of you being in a gunfight with 2 or 3 people is slim. But if you are, and you are outgunned, you can forget it. It's a wrap. The hopes, and some people will tell you, well, if you take out 1 or 2 of them, chances are the other one's going to run away. Do you want to take that chance? Because these guys here, they clearly came, they had that devil mentality. They came to kill, to steal, and destroy. That's what these motherfuckers came to do.
The whole time I was like, so this is what it feels like to be a victim of a hate crime, and also this is what it feels like to die.
After 20 minutes of being attacked, he and his uncle were able...
20 minutes. No police. 20 minutes. No police. You remember that video I did about the home invasion guy, where the guy was there and he actually killed the man that busted in? That was a matter of minutes. All of that shit took place in like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. This went on for 20 minutes. Getting your ass beat, hitting the head with a fucking shovel. They hospitalized this dude.
To escape while the men were looking for his gun. It would be...
And there you go. They were looking for the gun that he threw away. I wonder why. Because they probably would have shot this motherfucker if they would have found it.
Months until the men were charged for the incident, a new prosecutor on the case cut a plea deal. Judge Peter Cahill gave Aki 6 months jail and credit for time served. Kaunohi was sentenced to 4 years probation.
They got
4 years probation and 6 months time served. Wow.
got off scot-free, done. They skirted they beat the system.
While waiting on charges to be drawn in Kunzelman's case, Kaunohi was charged for another assault on a stranger, which left that man with permanent brain damage.
Boom. So this nigga is known for hitting niggas upside the head with shit. He's known for busting a motherfucker head busting a motherfucker upside the head until the white meat show. Look at that big motherfucker right there. Look at that motherfucker. And look what he did to his ass. In traction. 6 months. That's what they do over there in Maui, Hawaii. See, you ain't got no motherfucking congressmen. You ain't got no politicians over there who gonna be watching out for this kind of shit to where you gotta vote a motherfucker in and out. You got straight fuck shit happening over there.
At the Steel Horse Saloon on Maui, Kunzelman wants other victims to step forward.
I believe that there are other victims of these criminals, these violent criminals, that have not come forward. And I'm begging you to come forward.
Got his shit split.
And tell your story and be heard and demand justice.
Kunzelman said both men apologized to him at their sentencing. If anyone else has been a victim of a hate crime on Maui or in Hawaii, there is a number that you can call and report it to. That number is on our website, kh12.com. Sam.
Thanks, Nicholas. That nigga Nick. That nigga Nicholas gave us the info. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God damn. But here's my thing, man. Do you want, and this is my biggest thing about the whole Second Amendment, being able to have AR-15s, being able to carry firearms, this is what it's all about. Does every American have the choice? Every American should have the choice to either have their gun to throw it away or to have their gun and fight for their lives. This dude got assaulted with a deadly weapon. He got hit in the head with a shovel. The same dude beat another motherfucker up to the point to where he had brain damage. He got lucky. He got lucky. They literally came and did the same exact shit. So when you have these people talking about we're trying to make your streets safe, we're trying to make it safer for you and your kids, and that's why we need to take these guns away. That's why we have to have these guns taken off the streets. No more AR-15s, no more 30-round magazines. When you have people telling you that, you think about Chris Kunzelman. Because when you're in his situation, and this dude is on U.S. fucking soil, how the fuck does he get tormented, tortured, beaten, and fucking hospitalized for 20 minutes? They catch the fuckers that did it, and in the meantime of those fuckers going through their case, they not only did it to him, but they did it to somebody else in that time frame, and the motherfuckers only got 6 months time served and a 4-year probation. Think about that. The next time that you are in this, the next time that dude is in this situation, I bet you he wish he'd have had a neighbor like me. Because I'd have came up there and been, hey, the fuck y'all doing over there, Maui? That's what I'm going to call all them motherfuckers. Man, my name is Haki Laki Taki Solakamaku. Hey, Maui, the fuck you doing over there? And I'm going to say it. Why? Because I'm going to say it with this motherfucker strapped on. That's why. Because Maui ain't going to do shit to me with no motherfucking shovel and 5 of his fucking homeboys. That's exactly why I'm going to say what I want to say. Do what I want to do. Live how I want to live. Play how I want to play. The Redmond family. That's why. When you think about that dude being in that situation, this is exactly what you need. This is exactly how you confront that threat. I got my wife who is stricken with multiple sclerosis. I got my uncle who is handicapped, and I got 4-5 assholes coming over to my house, my property, telling me that they don't fucking want me there because I'm white. Well, I'm black. But telling me that I don't want you coming in my area, living in my neighborhood because I'm black or white or pink or purple. And I gotta endure their fucking torture, their fucking abuse for fucking 20 minutes? Watch this shit and see how this shit went down. Check this shit out, and you'll see exactly what happened.
You brought this fucking place? No, my nephew brought this. Well, your nephew, bring your nephew. What the fuck you up? What the fuck you guys doing down here? You're trespassing. Huh? No, fuck you. Fuck are you? My name's Chris. Huh? You cut the fuck you up. Who the fuck are you? My name's Chris. Huh? This is my house. Who the fuck give you the right to come down here? Everybody. Everybody? Who is everybody? The title. Who the fuck is that? That title is bullshit. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you one time only, bro. If I come back here and you fucking here, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. And I'm gonna fuck you up, right? No. Pack your shit, get the fuck out. This shit is fucking over. Pack your shit, get the fuck out. Yeah. Well then, alright, then let's do it. About this. No, there's no talking about it. You guys pack your shit and get the fuck out. It's such a guys' spot. This is fucking phone. You guys don't belong here.
Believe, man.
No.
I was gonna try to
swear to God. No. You guys pack your shit and get the fuck out. So you guys can go missing. I swear to God. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not fucking around, bro. You shut up.
Yeah.
You hear that? Y'all know what I always say. What do I always say about a savage? You cannot reason with a savage. The only thing the savage respects is equal or greater violence. This dude is literally trying to have a civil conversation with some fucking assholes that had no fucking right whatsoever to even come over there, let alone talk the shit they talking, and then talking the way that they fucking talking. No right whatsoever. But when you're Joe Biden, when you're Bloomberg, when you're all these other fucking politicians that live in these fucking ivory towers, they don't deal with that. They'll never deal with that. The odds of that happening to one of these fucks that's trying to take these fucking gun rights away and change these gun laws and all this shit, the odds of some shit like that happening to them are literally 1,000,000,000 to fucking 1. Literally. Warren Buffett ain't gonna have no shit like this happen to him, and he buys real estate all over the fucking world. But somebody who is literally trying to give his wife the best final days of her life, this is what he's greeted with the day he moves in. What do you do?
I'm sure.
There go the shovel guy. Did you hear that? Boom. That wasn't no goddamn gong. It wasn't no spit tune. It wasn't no motherfucking pots and pans being unpacked. That's what you call a shovel to the dome. Boom. That's exactly what happens when you're trying to talk it out with a bunch of motherfuckers that's coming to fuck your shit up and telling you that. You hear that shit happen. Boom. That's what happens. When it should have been some pow pow, motherfuckers. That's what it should have been. Watch.
I'm sure.
There you go. And that's his ass hitting the floor.
Fuck you. Pack your shit, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Tell you, pack your fucking shit right now, bro. Go come up there and box your fucking face. Give me a minute. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Now you gotta get fucking money. The fucking money. Hey, is my uncle okay? Oh, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Where was the girl? Get the fuck up. Have your shit, get the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up.
I think it's 5 motherfuckers all together.
Hurry the fuck up. Listen, you already hit me over the head. Stop being a little bitch and hurry the fuck up. You're talking too much.
Listen to this
You
motherfucker.
was a holiday, eh? That's what that fucking brains, eh? There's no deal. No deal. You don't fucking belong here. That's the deal.
You hear that shit?
Fucking deal. You may buy the house, but you ain't buying shit at. You should listen one fucking time.
Please.
You should listen one fucking time. That's what. Bring the fucking car. Bring the fucking.
That nigga hit him with the Tony Montana. You only gotta tell me one fucking time, okay? You don't gotta tell me about one time, okay? He hit him with the Tony Montana. Do you hear this shit? Do you hear this shit? These motherfuckers have come to do nothing. Their minds are made up. We going over there and we gonna fuck their ass up. That's what that is. They're taunting this dude. Bring the fucking cops. Bring the fucking cops. We don't give a fuck. You know why? Because it's gonna take 40 years for the goddamn cops to fucking arrive. That's why. Look at that big ass motherfucker. Look up there. Look at that big motherfucker. You think you gonna reason with him and you standing there average size human? Nope. But you got that equalizer. Boop, boop, boop. There it is.
Have a beer and relax, man. I'm moving my stuff here.
Look at him. He's still trying to whiteboard the shit. Have a beer.
I don't give a fuck about the beer.
I don't give a fuck about your
Hurry the
beer.
fuck up, then.
Hurry the fuck up and get out.
You think we're stupid, huh? No, I don't think you're stupid at all. You're stupid. Come on.
See that shit? Look at them throwing their shit. Throwing their shit down the stairs. Like, get the fuck out. Now, that pop, I'm imagining, was probably some Tahitian treat. Y'all niggas know my hood niggas. Y'all know that Tahitian treat, boy. Let me tell you something. Now, motherfucker just asked me how long would it have been before I went for opening fire. I would have been open fired on them motherfuckers. But if I would have been for some unforeseen reason more diplomatic and tried to talk it out after getting hit in the head with a shovel, after having my shit thrown down the stairs, after motherfucker done punched me, kicked me, bit me, choked me, after all of that, once that Tahitian treat would have hit the fucking floor and busted open, oh, all bets is off. There are no negotiations after the Tahitian treat has been spilled. Y'all motherfuckers all gonna die. Like Omar Epps in what was it, high learning? He was like, you gonna die when he was choking Remy. You gonna die. That's what would have happened. You spill my Tahitian treat, boy, Tahitian treat is one of the most exclusive and refined sodas ever made. It's like VSOP Hennessy. It's like Gentleman Jack. It's like 1738. You ain't just gonna go to my house and just waste no Tahitian treat. You just ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna let you do it. You do some fuck shit like that, then you are my enemy, and you are going to suffer and pay with your life. Don't want your money. I want your life. That's what the fuck y'all gonna have to get. You don't spill no Tahitian treat. Fuck that. Right, that's like Hennessy Black. You don't spill or waste no Tahitian treat. I'm just saying. That's just what it is. But, moving right along. Look at them how they just doing this shit. You even got a bitch in it. Look at that fat bitch. Now she jumping in the shit. You know why she getting in it? Because she see, oh, these white boys ain't gonna do shit. Let me come over here and fuck some shit up so I can tell the story too. Be like, yeah, then Kaliki, she came over there and slapped the woman. That's what she doing. Hit him with the shovel again. Chris suffers 2 broken ribs, a severe concussion, multiple lacerations, and contusions. That means Chris got his shit pushed in. That's exactly what happened. And if you watch it, thank you for clicking the like button. I appreciate you.
Why are you gonna do that? Easy. Huh? Easy. Easy. No, fuck.
Look at that shit.
Easy. Fuck you, fuck. Easy. Fuck you. I should shoot you with this fuck. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Nobody has a gun. Nobody.
Just broke out the window of his car. The little SUV that they got to move in they shit, he just busted out the window with the shovel. See what these motherfuckers doing?
Give me my uncle. Give me my uncle.
This nigga's begging these motherfuckers for his uncle back.
Give me my uncle. Where's my uncle? Give me my uncle. Give me my uncle. Where the fuck are they? Get the fuck in. I'm leaving. Come on, man. Get the fuck up. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Fuck that. Don't do it. Right there. Fucking don't say it for your ass. Hey, what am I? Where's the fucking gun? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Come on. You better watch what you're doing. Watch out. I'm leaving. Leave me alone.
He didn't even have the balls to run them motherfuckers over. He didn't even have the balls to run them over. That's my thing. It's like, that's what you need an AR-15 for. Because at the end of the day, yes, I'm saying it. At the end of the day, you saw that they meant you no good whatsoever. They not only threatened your life, they severely beat you. You got 2 broken ribs, lacerations, a contusion. You had your car windows busted out. All of your items that you had moved in were fucking literally thrown out and destroyed. Imagine what they did to the rest of their shit, because they didn't pack all their shit back up. So imagine what they did to the rest of their shit once they left. And there was nothing left but their shit. They took it. They took what they wanted and just trashed the rest of the shit. That's what they did. Now me, to answer that question of what I would have done, like I said, first and foremost, you ain't gonna walk up on my shit without first of all identifying yourself. And then the minute I saw or I felt some hostility, I would have dropped them motherfuckers. Being over in Maui, because in that kind of place, you could have got, them dudes could have got killed. If he would have hit that dude and that dude would have died, you know what they would have did? They probably would have killed the rest of them, and they probably would have went and buried their asses somewhere. Ain't no inner city where they at. You see behind that picture there, that look like a lake or some shit. There is no motherfucking no police walking around. You saw what all of the neighbors and shit were on. They all on the same shit. So it's like when you're talking about just being in a situation to where you literally have no backup. You literally have no help. What are you to do? That's why you need to be able to defend yourself no matter what. Let the police sort all this shit out later. Right now, I have a serious and imminent threat, not just to me, but to my families and my loved ones. My wife and my uncle have gotten their ass kicked. I done got hit upside the head with a shovel. What the fuck else am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be able to drop these motherfuckers, and I'm supposed to have the tools to be able to do it. Because at the end, if that shit would have been me, I would have got out that motherfucker with my AR strapped on my back. I just would have. I would have had my Glock or my Beretta on my hip with my external holster, my outside the waistband holster. And I would have been looking at them like, please try me, motherfuckers. Let's do it. Because this first motherfucker that walk up talking shit, he gonna get this Glock. And once I get that Glock out and drop him with a double tap, now I'm transitioning to what? My wonderful AR-15. My wonderful AR-15. Yes, yes, yes. Because that's what a handgun is for. I forgot who said that shit, but I love them for saying it. A handgun is a tool that you use to get to your rifle. That's exactly what that is. No, Kookaburra, Hawaii ain't no firearm-free state. They just don't have as strong of a gun culture as we do here. But the thing is that even though that dude had a gun, he felt so threatened and just didn't have the testicular fortitude, as my brother Louis Farrakhan would say. He didn't have the balls to actually stand up to and confront that threat, which is why he threw his gun away. Now, you facing 4 motherfuckers, 4 motherfuckers and a woman, 5 motherfuckers. Yeah, you better be ready. And especially being where you at there, you can't shoot a motherfucker and then call the police and hope that everybody else go running. You got to be ready to go to work. You have to be in a mindset to where I'm dropping everybody. Especially this motherfucker that just swung on my uncle, who got the Riri shit going, got the handicap going. That's what you have to be able to do. It's a mindset. It's a mentality. I tell people all the time, when I talk to them about purchasing their first firearm, getting a firearm and all that kind of stuff, you have to first and foremost have the mentality and the mindset to understand what type of power you're holding. Because a gun, it's a very, very powerful tool. And yes, it is used to kill things. It is used to kill people. That's what it's for. But there's a responsibility that comes along with that, to where you have to have the mindset and you already have to have the resolve to do that. And if you can't take a life, you don't need to carry a gun. Because in this situation, it could have went worse, to where he could have got that gun taken away from him and could have gotten it used against him. When you pull a gun, that means you are getting ready to use that gun. You don't threaten a motherfucker with a gun. You pull a gun and you ready to use it. That means you are literally moments away from firing that firearm. Firing that firearm. That's what that means. People pull guns all the time, and most of the time they do it for the wrong fucking reasons. When you go there and you unholster, or what we call in law enforcement, you break leather, that means you are moments away from taking a life. Not trying to threaten a motherfucker, not trying to get a motherfucker to stop. No, you're getting ready to take a life. And that's what he should have been ready to do. Especially moving overseas to a whole nother fucking land where he obviously don't know no goddamn body. Thinking he gonna get his little piece of the rock and live his life like it's golden. I get it. But you still need to realize that where you are, you ain't in the inner city. You out here with some fucking savages, obviously, that didn't give a shit about you or your family. And yeah, had he had an AR-15 and popped 1 or 2 of those motherfuckers, they would have died right there. And I guarantee you, somebody else would have probably ran up, shovel guy would have ran up, he'd have dropped his ass too. And by that second or third motherfucker, I bet you everybody else would have backed the fuck up and they would have been calling the police. Hey, what happened, Mr. Redmond? Hey, man, this dude came up, punched my fucking uncle, told me to get the fuck out of here because I'm a nigger, or I'm black, or I'm white, or I'm purple. And then he came and took a shovel, busted out my car windows, and to top it off, officer, he spilled my motherfucking Tahitian treat. And I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't nobody spill my Tahitian treat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When you're talking about just being in a situation where you're going to protect your life, when you're moving overseas, and so many Americans, we get this shit twisted. We think because we in America that that's how the rest of the fucking world works, and it don't. The world don't work like it do in America. It just doesn't. And people think that shit, I can do and say whatever I want. And if somebody bothers me, then God damn it, I'm going to call the police. Law and order don't exist in the rest of the world like it exists in America. And and that's one of the reasons why motherfuckers are how people in Soto Nation and Tommy always say, motherfuckers, you need to travel to see how other people live in the world. Because shit don't fly like that. You can't just say what the fuck you want to say and do what the fuck you want to do like you Devin the dude. It don't work like that. Because just like those dudes did, they had enough confidence to where they wanted to go and evict the motherfucker on their own terms. And after they did that fuck shit, they went and beat somebody else's ass and gave that motherfucker brain damage. So he wasn't so lucky. And obviously, they didn't give a shit because what happened to him? Slap on the wrist. 6 months probation time, 6 months time served, and 4 years probation? You think he ain't gonna do no more fuck shit like that? What are the odds of him getting caught again? Obviously, the criminal justice system over in Maui is very light and lenient. Fine. Let me kill 3 or 4 motherfuckers and I want the same fucking treatment. That's exactly how you better be ready to approach this shit. And that's why I tell people so much. All this shit about you trusting your politicians to take care of you, and we don't need that. We don't want to live in that type of America. When it gets to the point to where not just your fellow man wants to just take and violate your rights and take away your fucking liberties and freedom, it's 10 times worse when your government does it. It's the ultimate fucking level of disrespect, and it's the ultimate loss of freedom when your government starts to tell you what you can do, what you can say, where you can go, and what you can't say. When they start doing that shit because it's hurting somebody's feelings, because people don't like that, that's when you start going down that road to where shit will go left and you'll be like you're in a fucking Russia, like you're in a China, like you're in a North Korea, like you're in a fucking Maui, like you're in a fucking South Korea, where you're in all these fucking places to where there is no law and order, there is no due process. Motherfuckers just do what they want to do, and unless you're willing to put their fucking ass in a box, you can forget it. Die, comply, or die. Well, I tell you this, my friends. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. I'll say it again. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. You gonna evict me? You gonna put me out? Bust me upside the head with a shovel? Knock me the fuck out? Beat my uncle ass? Smack my wife around or whatever you gonna do? That means I'm dead and my gun slide is locked back, barrel smoking. That's what that means. That means I ran out of bullets and lost the fight. But I tell you this, it's gonna be a good group of motherfuckers going up on the Heavenly Express. I tell you that. I tell you that. So I wanted to show this to, like I said, give you 2 specific points. Why you need to be able to have an AR-15 is because a situation like this, you definitely want to be able to dispatch your threats at a very, very, very extreme prejudice. You don't want to give a motherfucker a chance to do shit else against you because it's just you out there. Can you imagine how long it probably would take for the police to come to that motherfucking place? Can you imagine what the response time for the police in Maui is? Imagine that. Can you imagine these motherfuckers beat these motherfuckers' ass and tortured them motherfuckers for 20 minutes? Nothing happened. My wife said, I got mine. We still in the fight. That's right, baby. That's my point. You can't imagine the amount of torture, the amount of fear, how scared you are for not just yourself, but for your loved ones. What is your wife with MS and your uncle who's handicapped? What are they going to do in defending and trying to protect each other and keep these motherfuckers from just abusing them and beating them? Nothing. That's what it is. That's why you need an AR-15. That's why you need to have an everyday carry that holds more than fucking 7 rounds. That's why our Second Amendment rights shall not be infringed. I posted something on my Facebook today where Dave Chappelle said what the purpose of the First Amendment is and what the Second Amendment is. The purpose of both of them. The First Amendment is freedom of speech, say what you want to say, and do what you want to do. I get it. The second one is in case the first one don't fucking work out. I love that shit. They ought to put that on a t-shirt. But that's what it's about. So I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I'm not taking calls today on this particular show, maybe on the next one. But as I always say for the United Guns of America, and this is so fitting, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. You don't want to be a Chris Kunzelman to where you're either not prepared to use a gun and you'd have to watch your loved ones die or to watch your loved ones suffer like he did. You don't want to be in that situation. Because that reminds me of the guy who was at the when they had that mall shooting about maybe 5 or 10 years ago. There was a mall shooting. This guy had his firearm and he froze and he didn't use it. And there was so many people that got killed and got shot. You know what he did? Before the police got there, he went in the hallway and he killed himself because he felt so bad for not doing anything to help save a life. You're going to carry that gun, you carry the responsibility that it takes to carry that gun. And if you don't want to carry a gun, that's fine. That's your right. That's the kind of wonderful country that we live in. But God damn it, don't threaten and don't try to take away the rights of those of us who do want to carry guns. And that's all I have to say about that, as Forrest Gump would say. Thank you guys for watching. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to my gun channel, the United Guns of America, please do so. Hopefully one of my moderators can drop the link in there. If I can't, because I always try to do it, but never get around to doing it right. But I appreciate everybody for checking out the show. I will try to come back. I'm not promising, but I'll try to come back. If I don't, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys always supporting and sticking with me. Even though I was gone for damn near 15 days, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And I'm back now. My internet is popping once again. I'm good. But hey, I love you guys. Peace. And I'm out. Where is my music? There it is. Hey. All right, y'all. Y'all stay up. I will get back to y'all later. If you got any questions, if you got any ideas for a show, email me, man, at therelationshiprehab@gmail.com or at UGOA1791 I ain't streaming so long, I forgot my damn email address. But hit your boy up. I'll holler at y'all. Peace. Here I is. Yeah, man. Here I is. Shout out to my man Bud, hooking his boy up, B City with the beats.